You'll hear this story about people of Limpopo being in witchcraft. We all laugh about it. You hear the stories about Amakosa being liars. We laugh about it. We talk about it and so on. So I don't want us to find ourselves in a situation where we put this thing of free speech in a way that it creates problems ultimately for freedom of speech. But however, when you've done a mistake, you correct your mistake, you apologize, and you don't repeat your mistake. Here a convicted criminal, a bank robber, Gayton Mckenzie, a person that openly talks about being affiliated to the 26 gang. Now, those of us that knows how these gangs operate, when somebody openly say they're a member of a gang, come I tell you, there's boys that are crying. Boys, I'm not talking of girls. There's bad things that happen to be in the 26 gang, to stay in the 26 gang, to stay in the 28 gang, whatever gang, even if it's a street gang, a small Anyana gang in township, in the colored community, you pay a price. And ultimately, to cut this thing short, to be a member of a gang is blood in, blood out. So here you have somebody that's still a member of the gang, because the gang rules is blood in, blood out. So the man has not cashed out. He has not left the gang. He's still a member of the 26 gang, because there is a way you need to get out of the gang. And those of us that knows this thing, because we grew up amongst gangs, we were told these things, we know these things. That's why we are not in gangs. Because when you go into a gang, you go in by blood, not by money. You don't buy this number. You don't buy it. There's no EFT, e-wallet and so on. It goes in by blood. When you come out by blood. So we have this situation where in our country, I want to end by this, where some convicted criminals are given a second chance, ministers and so on. But majority of coloreds, convicted criminals, former criminals that's been convicted of lesser crimes, are not given a second chance. They are not given a opportunity to apply for government jobs. Let's be ministers. They don't have opportunity to start a business because they are ex-convicts and so on. So when we do these things as government, when we defend convicted criminals like Gayton Mckenzie, we need to give the others a second chance as well. And Gayton Mckenzie is a crybaby. Every time somebody in the media says something about him, he runs to that white lawyers. That lawyer is so useless. That's why he's a MEC today, because he can't even run a law firm. Every time, I remember when I was talking about this thing about Gayton, as a person in the media, I don't have anything personal against Gayton. He's in the media, he's a minister, now he's worse. You expect us, I must just attack Africans, I must just attack Malema, I mustn't attack Gayton because he's a colored. But Gayton will attack me at any given time. He'll attack any colored at any given time. The man has no morals. On his live platforms, how many times has he insulted coloreds? Gayton has insulted and humiliated coloreds on social media more than these young boys. These young boys and young girls has done nothing. Just now, Gayton did a live BC. He talked about a man that just died, about his children, how he's going to look after his children and so on. That's you insulting the man, you insulting his family, his whole family. Because you are not their pa, you are not their father. They have a father, they've just lost a father. Instead of you comforting the family, you make it about you. No, those children, you'll never be their father, never ever. You have your own children, and Gayton wants to talk about other people, but he don't want people to talk to him. He don't want to answer questions to the media, and he's a minister. Ministers are required to have press briefing. They must answer those questions, whether you like it or not. Last but not least, SPA members are gangsters. They came to my house, 1822 of them. They assaulted me in front of my children because I said things about Pa. Now, Gayton was quiet that time. When a colored man was being humiliated by a colored ward councillor, a female, a young girl, half my age, he didn't say anything. You see, he's a coward. That's what he is. And he's a great pretender. He'll fool some of you. The day some of you wake up, it will be too late. But the man is what fits him. Because now he's a colored, right? Tomorrow, I know his children are not from colored women. So they can't be colored. It's technically impossible. In our culture as coloreds, come I tell you our culture now. In our culture as coloreds, you are what your mother are. That's what we say, massacres. We don't have massacres. As coloreds, as massacres. So if your mother is from a certain tribe, from a certain family, as coloreds, that's our culture, not your culture. You are then what your mother is. You are not what your father is. Remember, your father can have children all over the country. And those children can be from different women, white woman, Indian woman, colored woman, Xhosa woman, Pedi woman, you can name it. But in our culture as coloreds, you are what your mother are. If your mother is a certain race, let's say your mother is a Xhosa, you are a Xhosa in terms of our culture as coloreds. If your mother is a Pedi, you are a Pedi, irrespective if your father is a colored. That's our tradition as coloreds. Now, another day I'm going to speak about Khoisans and so on, because this guy has been trying to be a Khoisan for years. He's not a Khoisan. There's nothing he can tell you that links him to the Khoisan. This guy is a Xhosa, and he has to accept he's a Xhosa. I don't know why is he afraid. You know, some days he wants to kuluma and so on when it fits him. Some days he wants to be this colored. No. You must choose and make your decision known. Because when he's in a corner like now, when he's in a corner with the ANC, when the ANC is blue ticking him, he wants to be a colored, he wants to bring this thing and pump you all up with this colored thing and so on. No. As soon as his bread is buttered by the ANC, he'll go quiet again. Because these podcasters, it's not the first time they say this about coloreds. They've been saying it about soccer players, colored soccer players. They've been saying a lot of things about coloreds for long. Gayton was quiet. You know why Gayton is standing up now? Because the ANC is blue ticking him. There's a possibility that he'll be out of cabinet soon. The man is in panic mode. Kenny Kunene has been kicked out of City of Joburg. Gayton Mckenzie only used coloreds to enrich himself, and he's selling us to the lowest bidder. That's why the first color to benefit, you know, the man went around, he had the soccer tournaments, blah, blah, blah. The man is a convicted criminal. He knows what he was doing. He was making you coloreds stupid to play soccer while his son is looking for players because his son is busy signing a soccer deal and so on. The first deal he signed is a soccer team for his son. Now, where's all the coloreds that helped to build this party? Where's all the coloreds that hawk their shoes, finish door to door and so on? And that's the issue why they came to my to assault me, because I called them out for what they are. I said, you have Gayton Mckenzie, the MMC, was his baby mama. It was his baby mama that he appointed in city of Joburg. So where was all the other women that I know did door to door, that I know campaigned with those green t-shirts? But they were not there. Who did Gayton put? His baby mama. So we would have called Julius Malema out for that as well. We would have called anybody out for that as well. And that's what you do as the media. It's not now Gayton is this coward. When he's in a corner, no, colours, but when he attacks colours on his life, we must remain quiet. He has insulted so many colours. The day he takes that case to court, I'm going to be one applying at court as well, because I'll be applying to say, no, but this man has been doing this to colours as well. But the long and short is, those young boys and young girls, same as coloured young boys and young girls, need education. In the colored community, the word K, the K word are so used every day, still today. The K word is used by colored still today. I'm telling you, I'm a colored. I know this. So besides this thing of these young boys now insulting the coloreds, we need to deal with the bigger picture. The bigger issue here is our children and our grandchildren need to be educated. Our community needs to be educated. And we should use this as an opportunity not to punish those young boys and girls, but to use this as an opportunity to educate. Last but not least, I've been on public platforms for years about this. You know, in El Dorado Park, the media only comes to El Dorado Park if it has a drugs issue or what, or so on. When there's matric banquets, and I raised this years ago, and I've kept raising it. When there's matric banquets, there's no media in Eldos to show, hey, this colored community have matriculants. They have people that pass math, science, biology, and all those things. They have these things. They have these people. They don't show the good of our people, the media in general. So we need to deal with those issues. But last but not least, all of us needs education, not punishment. Education will help us. You know, on a podcast, there's a lot of things I want to say. I can't say it all on this short video, but there's a lot of things that we all say in our different tribes and different families that are wrong. Maybe this is the opportunity to go into those topics and not go to court for something like this. If you sue as a colored, you've been insulted, right? I'm a colored as well. So what are you suing for? What are you claiming? Because I have a right to that claim. If there's damages paid, if it's a 1 rand, I need to get my 1 cent. Because that's what Gayton is. He's just milking the system. He wants to, he's just a bank robber, man. That's all he is. There's nothing more I can say about that guy. And the day most of you will get to know the real man. The man is a bully. He's a coward. And he only cares about himself. He's not doing anything for coloreds. Eldos, the swimming pool is gone. Nelsville Primary School has collapsed. The streets are dirty. The sewage are flooding. But no, we can't say that. We'll be wrong. Thank you, Channon Mericks, in his personal capacity, in his private capacity, and in his capacity as a capacity of a person. Thank you.
Artist cure bad shock spices at glorifying drugs as a stage fright cure. You can try this just when you're about to grab your chance of staging excitement. You can't think out this industry, or should I say this killer dream, cause you will swear that from the start it was designed to kill artists. Bangakulwela when days are bright, umuthembekile. As a human being on Instagram, too much pressure, unrealistic expectations. Whoever said that is the perfect is with us, uthembekile. Singiza uthembekile. Remedies within us as ikhwemba sipepekile.